Hey, so real quick, I know I'm kind of late, but I wanted to talk about Bohemian Rhapsody. I just saw it a couple days ago, and quick and fast, it's great. I loved it. This movie took a lot of heat from critics. I think Rotten Tomatoes ate it up, but I walked in there, open mind, kind of curious about what's going on. I'm familiar with their music. I was in Little League in the '80s, and we used to do the chant, "We will rock you" and "We are the champions." I didn't know anything about the band back then, but I was familiar with Queen. And as I got older, I started to appreciate British music a little more. And this movie was just fun. It's a traditional Hollywood music, biopic. Humble beginnings, the rise to fame, the money, the drugs, the excess, inner conflict. They start arguing and things happen and they come back together and it ends on a high note. They hit all those tropes, but it's fine. It's entertaining. It's sold as a Queen movie, but it really is about Freddie Mercury and his sexuality and his private life versus his personal life. And you're right there with him. This dude, Rami Malek, Oscar nomination. The dude makes you forget that he's an actor, and he really does become Freddie Mercury. Originally, they wanted Sacha Baron Cohen to play this role, who looks a lot like Freddie Mercury naturally, but I see Sacha Baron Cohen as a impressionist. I don't know if he would have been able to melt into this role to where I could forget about Sacha Baron Cohen and see Freddie Mercury. This guy, Rami Malek, you see Freddie Mercury and it works. The movie gets you laughs, you learn a little bit, and it's a good ride. So go see the movie. It's awesome. I enjoyed it. It's awesome. One of the themes of it is how this guy, Freddie Mercury, led a very public life, but also was hiding because of his sexuality. He was a gay man, and he did not want to be publicly known as a gay man because at that time in the 70s and the 80s, it was not in vogue to be homosexual. It could threaten your career, it could threaten your life, it could affect the people around you, and that's still true today, sadly enough. And I think that's relevant for a lot of people who have things inside of them, but the outside world, their immediate community, doesn't embrace that. If you live in a modern city, LA, New York, you're probably going to be fine. You can find neighborhoods that embrace that. But if you live in the Midwest, maybe you can't be who you want to be naturally. And this movie might resonate with you. Me, I'm a black dude. I'm a personal trainer. People look at me and they say, yeah, that dude's fit and got the muscles, That makes sense. But inside, I'll tell you right now, I want to be a writer. Like, that's what I went to school for. That's what I trained for. Shakespeare is deep, deep inside me. So in my situation isn't as crucial as, Freddie Mercury dealing with the sexuality. But I think you can understand someone who the public sees them as a certain thing, but you really want to do your own thing. You really kind of want to bust out. And that's kind of what I got from this flick, is sometimes you live two lives, man, and you got to make choices, and the world might react to you the way that is counterintuitive to what you need to do. And he lived his life kind of that way, all the way up to the end. He kept denying his sexuality publicly, denied that he was sick, and finally, when it got to a point where it was clear that he had, acquired AIDS, he came out and said, "I do have AIDS." This is not a spoiler. The man lived, it's on record. He finally said, "I have AIDS," and then he died 24 hours later. Like, it's pretty rock star, just boom. But I love the movie. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Enjoy.